don't care if I force you to watch all of Star Wars. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna fucking enjoy it, you ingrate. You're gonna like it. Also, Barrett, shut up. You have horrible opinions on Star Wars. I don't want to fucking hear it.
Barrett hates Star Wars?
No, he has bad opinions on Star Wars. He doesn't like the prequels.
Based?
Based? I should put you down as you fucking speak. I should put you down as you fucking speak. I don't want to hear it. How dare you? It is not. The prequels are Star Wars. Everything with Luke Skywalker is not Star Wars. Star Wars to me is the prequels. Everything after is like barely, it's just light, it's just vague space opera bullshit. It's not even Star Wars. Star Wars' identity comes from the prequels, not whatever the fuck everything is going on there. It's
so
the
like, did you just
take.
want to like end the collab? Is that why you're saying this?
It's the correct take.
Is that your signal that like we're done? Is that what it is?
The prequel era is what defines Star Wars as a space genre and is what makes it cool. Everything else is just
instead of you start going into conspiracy theory stuff, dude.
Everything in the fucking original and everything else is so whatever. Yeah, whatever. The movies are bad, all right? It's fine. But the prequel setting is what Star Wars is. The prequel era is like slop compared to the original trilogy. The original trilogy is like the most generic plot line. Clone Wars isn't that special either, but they actually have a fucking setting and a paint that makes it's outstand in the field.
Okay, this is the divorced dad energy. Oh my god.
No, I'm correct. You have to specify setting. If you don't understand what I'm saying, that means you're twisting the words in your own opinion.
The throwing in the jab at Clone Wars is just absolutely
what jab?
That was just like the icing on the cake. That's amazing.
No, what jab are you talking about? I was advocating for Clone Wars.
No, you said that it was, even Clone Wars is not that good.
No, I said the movie, not the show. Jesus Christ. I don't think any of the Star Wars movies are well written.
You said Clone Wars is made.
I didn't say that.
But
what the fuck? Who said that?
You said Clone Wars is the TV
never
series.
said the word
Attack of the Clones is a movie.
Yeah.
Okay,
the show
so you
is
meant the
what
movie.
Star Wars. The shows are always, honestly, the shows are the best. You said Clone Wars, not Attack of the Clones.
You said Clone Wars. They're two different things.
We're talking about movies, dude. If I was going to talk about the shows, I would talk about...
No, you were talking about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're getting me saying... as if I don't talk about Star Wars, the Clone Wars, the show all the time.
You were a little too spicy and it didn't sound like you were talking on movies anymore.
You know what it is? It's because whenever I say a hot take, people immediately want to hear the worst version of that take, so they get an inflammatory response out of their body because they like complaining.
No, you used the wrong name. You literally said Clone Wars.
I would say the fucking show! Anyways, I don't think any of the Star Wars movies are good.
That was the show. That was the show. To
specify, so everyone's clear on this. I think the movies are all kind of whatever. None of them are written that well, but all of the basis for the movies are really good. I think the sequels and the Rebellion era are not good. And the reason why is because they don't have a significant Star Wars feel to them. They feel like very generic compared to the prequels, which are very like their own thing. This is like, when I see the prequels, I am like, this is very Star Wars. This is what I define as a Star Wars aesthetic. Versus watching like the original, sorry, I keep saying sequels because it confuses the fuck. The original, where it's like, this is like just people. Like there's fucking 1/10 of it is an alien in space. Everything else here is just a fucking more, it's just, it doesn't have a good coat of paint. That's really it. It's because you didn't go up. Oh, so you're saying you have a fucking nostalgia that's making you talk like this. All right, go ahead. I'm basically saying prequels have a better setting.
So you're saying you're pro midichlorian.
I don't give a shit. I don't fucking freak out that much as other people do about the midichlorians. That's another nostalgia factor. Most people that watch it and they hear about midichlorians aren't going to give a shit unless they grew up with the originals and they're like, you're ruining my imagination. I watched it from the prequels, so the midichlorians don't bother me.
I'm just reading the chat. Oh my goodness.
I think you just like political drama. I do really like political drama.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I do really like political drama, so I can admit that. Political drama is really intriguing to me.
See, for me, like political drama is like massive, like honk shoe Mimi, good night. I'm checking out for the night, right? So
I can tell. That's what most fucking original fans always act like.
Yeah.
Sleeping to anything that has more words. Sorry.
No, I'm fine with words. It's just when it winds up getting boring, right? Which I feel like 1 to 3 definitely do. Like, if it feels very standard, like, oh, we got to have lots of talky, like negotiation. Oh, the negotiation went wrong. Oh, we got another person in there. Okay, like, because you already know like who the big bads are and everything.
I just don't understand how someone can see the Luke and Darth Vader story and be like, this is so much better than everything the prequels has to offer, because the prequels is like ripe of all the best ideas that Star Wars has ever come up with. Like Star Wars, I don't think if Star Wars was just the original trilogy and they never made the prequels, I don't think it would have lasted as long as it did. I think the prequels are what prevails Star Wars in making it as popular as it is today. And I'm not saying the prequel movies are God, because the prequel movies are bad. I'm talking about the plot lines that they set up in there, and they make all the shows way better.
These are certainly takes, indeed. I don't even have like counters to say on it, because there's nothing I can say that can make you. Well, not make you, but like, there's nothing really I can say.
So what's so crazy about me saying that the prequels have better plot lines? Like, I'm not saying the movie is better. You can have your fucking slightly better written fucking like original trilogy. The prequel has a better setting, better intrigue, and it's actually like more Star Wars-y than the original trilogy.
I would say that the prequels have better setting because they had more budget to actually explore and expand upon like locations that were brought up in the novels and in like the original, because there's a whole bunch of novels that are also tied into it as well. I would say that it probably feels more rich and robust because you do get to see a lot more variety for it. But in 4 to 6, it's so much more narrow of a viewpoint. You just have like the rebels, and then you have like the Empire, right?
Which is boring to me because it's so monogamous, and it's like this. And I get that's the whole point of the Empire. Right, it's basically
that's the
monogamy.
point. Well, they want everything to be like homogenous. They just want everything to be the same and under the same thing. Don't understand
what the fuck I'm saying, because I literally just said that obviously the originals are better written. I said that specifically. Monogamous. Hi, Sammy.
Monogamy. Monotony. No, like homogeny. No, like for everything to be really similar together. Yeah.
Monotony is
so like
not the same thing as. Did I say monogamous? I didn't. No, it still fits. It still works.
So I think, because what you value a lot on stuff is the presentation.
No.
On things, I feel like. No, the presentation of like the world building and like
that's better.
The characters and the setting itself. That presentation is what I'm talking about.
Homogeny. No, what's the fucking word? It's not monotony either. It's not monogamous. Whatever one thing is.
Vader didn't sleep with anyone else, so monogamy achieved.
It's true. I don't think it's monotonous either. It's not mahogany.
So the other thing.
Sorry, go ahead.
The other thing to keep in mind, Joel, is that prior to the Star Wars 4 to 6 one, you also have to apply an additional filter where that was the prototype for the majority of sci-fi stuff you see now.
I'm not talking. We're talking about objectively Star Wars. I'm not keeping in mind about any kind of
No, it's something that you do have to apply to it because it is basic right now. Because it's.
I know it's. I know. I'm not downplaying the originals. I'm downplaying the fans of the originals. You keep pissing me off in the chat. I'll be real. A lot of the time, if somebody pisses me off in the chat, I'm taking a shot at the.
You're just gonna double down.
I was doubling down because they were pissing me off. Because they were so shocked that somebody likes the prequels. It's ridiculous to me. Even though the prequels are what make like so many of the like fucking Star Wars: The Clone Wars is such a peak show. So I hate whenever I hear somebody act. I don't know. Motherfuckers in the chat pissed me off. That's why I took a shot. All the Star Wars movies, I think, are this is gonna sound bad. I like the idea of Star Wars more than the actual movies.
That's extremely fair.
Like, the idea of Star Wars is better. Like, the movies aren't as good as the idea, which is why I like stuff like the Clone Wars TV show, because it's the best part of Star Wars, because it takes the time to actually flesh things out, even if it's still a kid show and kind of ruins some aspects, but it makes everything other aspects like way better. And because it is able to flesh that out, I can look at whole eras like the prequels era, right, and be like, yeah, this is Star Wars, this is what definitive Star Wars is, versus like the sequel era, where anytime I see a show or anything about not the sequel, sorry, the original era, I fucking hate the way whatever, whenever I see someone talk about the original era of Star Wars with the rebellion and everything, or I watch shows about the rebellion, I'm like, half of this I don't give a shit about, until they got to Andor, and that's when it was actually like, okay, now I'm starting to like the rebellion, but everything else was like, I don't give a shit, it's just not interesting and it doesn't feel Star Warsy. And then I watch Andor and I'm like, okay, this is perfect, this is what I was looking for. We're not talking about the sequels, by the way. I'm just, we're not.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Again, political drama. I
completely disagree with all of your takes, but I can understand where your position is on it, and that's okay. We don't have to watch Star Wars together.
We did watch Star Wars together.
No, no. For my own sanity, we're not going to watch Star Wars together.
We already did.
Oh, we did watch. No, did we watch Star Wars?
Yeah, I was exercising at the gym, so you didn't hear. Wasn't talking. Yeah, we watched Star Wars, dude.
Oh yeah, we did. That was ages ago.
I don't see the fucking Rebellion era having a Gendy Tartakovsky fucking really rad-ass show. They didn't get that, did they?
No, they did not.
They have a fucking General Grievous? No, they don't have a fucking General Grievous. What do they have? They have a wrinkly old fucking ball sack of a human being. Should have been a senator.